The notion of a Veterans Department was first raised in the National Assembly when President Granger was leader of the opposition in 2013. He had moved a motion in the House for the establishment of the National Veterans Commission, which, among other things, was intended to provide recommendations for a Veterans Department. Mr. Granger's motion was never fully endorsed by the PPPC administration, since the government of the day had expressed the belief that it had been doing enough for the veterans.
But what we want to do is to look into maybe how, like say, the veterans' home. It's at the moment, to my mind, it needs to be examined as a part of the inquiry. We're examining it because we feel that there's things that maybe could be improved or things that we could maybe assist with funding and so on.
The commissioner noted that the interests of veterans of World War II are also on the commission's agenda.
We have veterans from the First World War, very few, because most of them, of course, have died. The Second World War, most of them are also, there are very few alive, 94, 93, 95 years old. So we have some people who are still being supported by the British Army, or the British Veterans Foundations and so on.
Commissioner Desmond Roberts stressed that although he is not fully aware of how the Veterans Organization would function, he could only say that he is confident that the President wants the best for the veterans.
But I think Brigadier Granger is particularly keen on making sure that there's an organized approach to veterans affairs, and not just ad hoc, where some people give something and somebody gives something else, and the veterans abroad give something, and you hope for the best. But he wants to be a more like a structured approach to the how veterans are handled, process in terms of recruitment, training, operations, preparation for discharge, follow-up.
The Commission of Inquiry into the conditions of veterans who served in the Guyana Defense Force, the Guyana People's Militia, and the Guyana National Service began its work on Wednesday. At the end of the inquiry, it is expected that recommendations will be made on how to improve the living standard of those who would have served the country with dignity. Royden James, HGP Nightly News.